When I'm deeply aligned and I'm in my best state, it feels like my heart is absolutely just open, and I feel nothing but love for everything and everyone, and every moment is just pure bliss and joy. And just the smallest things are fun, like driving in a car and I'll see the birds and the clouds and the everything, and it's like I'm in total presence, and it's lovely. And that's the state I like to be in the most. Welcome back to the Quiet Knowing podcast. Today we are filming the final episode of season 1.
Woo!
How exciting.
Yeah.
Today we're taking a moment to reflect on season 1, answer some more questions, and discuss a little bit about what's coming up in season 2. So the first question is, what does the quiet meaning mean to you now versus when you started season 1?
Redo that. You said, what does the quiet meaning mean to you now?
I didn't say knowing.
Are
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Okay. So the first question is, what does the quiet knowing mean to you now versus when we started season 1?
Yeah, I think it has a little bit more of a broader meaning. I think for me personally, like, I still experience it the same way, but I didn't realize other people's experience with it being different than mine. You know, how about you?
Yeah. I think I it's definitely still the same for me. Like, the quiet knowing is the same for me. And I believe my original answer, because this is my answer, is, it's coming from my higher self or source. Like, for me, that's where it comes from. So I don't really feel like it's changed, but yeah, it's definitely interesting to see, how people kind of take that question, and, how differently they can take that question.
What was your favorite thing about creating this season?
There were a lot of things that I really loved, but one of the things that I loved the most was how we would record an episode with the guests, and it always seemed like whatever they were talking about at that moment was exactly what I needed to hear for, like, what was going on in my life.
Yeah.
And then not only was it perfect for, like, when we filmed it, but then I would go back and I would go back and, like, edit it, like a month or two later. And it was the perfect message for me right then too. So just, we've talked a lot about, like, spiritual messages and synchronicities and stuff. And this podcast I learned a lot from this podcast, a lot more than I expected to, through all of these conversations. What was your favorite moment or your favorite thing about making it?
I guess just seeing it become what it did, and, like, what a finished episode looks like. I feel like it's like making any other form of art or visual media. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people are probably familiar with doing a painting or any sort of drawing where, like, it looks terrible when you first start. And I'm not saying that this looked terrible at all, but what we were able to make of it when we finished all the editing and color grading and the audio processing, just such a nice polished product,
Yeah, I'm really proud of us. I was thinking, we kind of talked about that yesterday, because we've kind of been busy with this podcast since September, so it's been about, like, 5 months now, and it really just started as a passion project, just something that we were just like, we can make it, so let's just make it. But now, kind of on the other side of most of the work, it's just really cool to see how it all came together. And Nick and I have always really wanted to make something like just together, because we both have different skills and stuff. So making something with you has been really, really cool.
Yeah. One detail that I was really impressed by, that I realized recently, was how it sounded in the car, because I had always just listened to it on my computer, in my headphones or my speakers on my display or whatever. And then the other day I was listening to it in the car and it sounded so good, like better than many of the other podcasts that you can listen to. So.
Props to Nick for the quality here.
Yes. Thank you.
Was there anything that you felt like you learned about yourself through this process?
I guess just that I can do this sort of thing because I've never done it before. And the times that I have kind of done it, I feel like I didn't do a very good job. And I was a lot younger, and it was like my first time to do something like that.
You mean creating something?
Well, I guess in particular, we were doing this TV show called Living Grand on Grand Lake. And usually my dad was the one who would like interview everybody. And then Stevie and I are behind the camera and doing, you know, the technical work or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, one time I can't remember why, but Stevie and I went and were interviewing somebody, and I just remember it being really, really challenging, but this felt so natural and easy.
It did feel really natural, but I think that's also props to our guests because they were also easy to talk to.
They were. Yeah.
Like we didn't have to pry any information. Everyone was just came and they were ready to speak and share their stories, and it made it really, really easy. But I also agree because I feel like, I've been in front of the camera quite a bit throughout my life. Like growing up, my mom like always had a video camera on us. So we have all these home tapes from when we were kids. And I started like vlogging before vlogging was a thing, like just with our own like camcorder at home when I was younger. And I've done a little like vlogging and stuff, but I've always felt really awkward in front of the camera. And like, I still really struggle with anything scripted, but if it's not scripted, I can do okay. But yeah, this also I felt the same way of like, we can actually make something, and like both of our skills really complement each other really well, which I think is super cool. So I've been really proud of us.
You kind of touched on this a little bit, but were there any moments that felt especially emotional for you?
I feel like, like I was saying, like there were several moments throughout the season. There's usually one moment in each podcast where I was like just sitting here like, oh my gosh, like I needed to hear that so badly. But there's a few that I can think of off the top of my head. There were probably more. One of them being, it's kind of a weird one, but in Dustina's astrology episode, she talks about how our natal chart is similar to like a D&D character sheet.
Yeah.
And for some, being the nerd I am, that really like hit me because I was like thinking of my higher self and thinking of how she was creating this character, which is Kendall. And she's putting together like this character sheet and then just like coming into this life as this character. And it's, this character isn't who I am. I am a soul. I am, connected to source, but I am playing this character in this life. And I was just like, wow, I really love this little character that my higher self put together. You know what I mean? So I got really emotional from hearing that. And then another episode in general, I don't remember the exact moments, but in our episode with Carla, where she was sharing a lot of her stories and just talking about surrender and kind of letting go and just trusting the divine plan for you, that episode made me really emotional, and I felt like it was a really great one. What about you?
This was the first thing that came to mind because we just shot the one with my dad, right?
Yeah.
And it's always kind of emotional for me when he starts to get emotional.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I never saw my dad cry. And I don't know if that was him just trying to be that kind of stereotypical masculine figure where you're not supposed to cry or not let anyone see you cry or whatever. But yeah, there are only like a few maybe times that I saw him cry growing up. So like, yeah, when I see him get emotional, I think that can, lead to me getting emotional as well.
Yeah.
Just because I know how strongly he's feeling about the thing. And man, I feel like, especially for those types of people who do feel like they need to not show their emotion at all in order to be, strong for others or whatever, must
Yeah.
have so much that they need to release.
Yeah. Well, especially like as parents, like
Yeah,
I'm sure like yeah, you don't want your kids to worry, so
totally.
you put a mask on and you make them feel like everything's okay. And then you grow up and you kind of learn more about the struggles that they went through when you were young, and yeah, it's definitely anytime I've seen my parents emotional, especially my dad,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it really hits me there too cuz you don't realize how much that they went through when you were just a little kid enjoying
Yeah.
life and
Yeah.
feeling well taken care of. Yeah. Is there a guest that you were especially grateful for and why?
Of course, they're all great, but I want to say Monica. She was our first guest.
Yeah.
And ever since I met her, I really wanted to not only get to know her better and hear her more of her story and everything, but also recording it, and having everyone's story really kind of, what's the word? Immortalized,
Yeah. Yeah.
was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that one I was especially grateful for. Were you nervous at all for that very first one?
I think that was, yeah, I was most nervous for that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause it was just awkward and new and like
Uh-huh.
being in front of all those bright lights and everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I was most nervous for. After we got that one over, after we finished that one, I felt like good. Yeah.
What about for you? Who was your, well, not favorite guest, but one you were most grateful for?
Probably John. Of
Totally.
course. Like I loved
Yeah.
everyone, but you know, John has been such a great supporter of us.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, yeah, it felt really, really cool because my healing journey started with his course
Yeah.
to now have our platform and highlighting him on it. It just felt really special. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for John to be on the
Yeah.
podcast with us.
Yeah. It was so cool watching his content for so long. And then you had already talked to him before for other things, but yeah, that was my first time to talk to him.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
It was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and he always just has like amazing information to share. So yeah, it was just really cool. I would have loved if we could get him in person.
Yeah.
Because there is definitely something about having someone in person and feeling their energy and feeding off of them and everything, but it still was amazing. So yeah.
What do you want to say to listeners who are also healing alongside us?
You know, I couldn't think of anything, so I asked my higher self, what do you want me to share? And what's coming through is, again, kind of what we've touched on several times throughout this podcast, which is trusting yourself, especially with everything that's going on in the world and, social media. We need to get off of our phones. We need to spend less time in front of a screen and spend more time in nature, spend more time with people, really connecting with the present moment. And so much healing can happen just as a result of those changes in how you spend your day, because it's really important now. And I think it's going to just become more and more important throughout the year to disconnect from, not totally disconnect, you can still keep in touch with what's going on, but we need to care for ourselves. And you can't have your head in your phone on a computer 24/7 and take care of yourself. Like
Right.
it's just
It's not healthy.
no. Yeah. So that's what came through. What about for you?
Probably said this already, but maybe just to iterate the thing that really sparked my healing journey was that I just wanted it so bad, wanted to heal so badly.
Yeah.
It was my number one priority. And so, if you're struggling to heal or want to just make it a priority, and you might not know what the heck you even need to do. I feel like that's how I felt too.
Yeah.
That was just the thing that was at the forefront in my mind through like every situation I was doing. I was like, how can I use this situation to heal, to reprogram something? And so that's what I would say.
Yeah. And, you were saying like, it's kind of overwhelming whenever you start getting to into healing and you don't really know where to begin or kind of which steps to take. But I think consistency is really, really important. And just kind of like choosing, 1 to 3 practices to focus on each day. And these can be really small things that make a huge difference, like prioritizing sleep, eating well, going out in nature, doing breath work or meditating, just 5 to 10 minutes a day, these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, the difference that it makes is huge.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah. Being consistent with it. So the next set of questions, they're going to be rapid fire questions.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I'm going to read you 10 questions and you're going to give me just up to 3-word responses. Okay. So in 3 words or less.
Yeah. Okay.
You're going to respond to these questions. Let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
Rapid fire. Here we go. Number 1. Where do you feel your intuition in your body?
In my heart.
Number 2. What helps you hear your... Oh, wait, hold on.
Can I change my answer? I think stomach, honestly. More so.
I think stomach, honestly. That was 4.
Stomach.
What helps you hear your inner voice more clearly?
Being like really tired.
That's 4 words.
Being sleepy.
What blocks your intuition the most?
Conditioning, ego. Conditioning or ego.
For $300. What is a sign that you're out of alignment?
Do like a buzzer sound.
Bzz.
No, like. I didn't get it fast enough.
Oh.
Say it again.
What is a sign that you're out of alignment?
When I'm feeling like.
3 words or less.
Feeling stressed.
What is a sign that you're deeply aligned?
Oh God, I get 3 words or less.
3 words,
3 words or less.
He's imagining himself being deeply aligned.
Maybe staying cool.
Staying cool. Okay, I like it.
Cool.
What does healing mean to you right now?
Successful reprogramming.
What are you currently healing?
Being more patient. There's 3 words.
How do you release what no longer serves you?
Mostly acceptance.
Okay. What is a belief that you had to unlearn?
Santa ain't real.
What?
Santa ain't real.
Santa ain't real?
Self-sacrifice.
What lesson keeps repeating?
Impatience. Keeps repeating.
Okay. That's it. Good job.
Okay. Thank you. That was pretty hard, honestly.
All right. Go ahead.
Are you ready?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Here we go.
Show.
Yeah.
Where do you feel intuition in your body?
Heart and crown.
What helps you hear your inner voice more clearly?
You're asking me like this. It's making me laugh. Meditation and nature.
What blocks your intuition the most?
Fear-based thoughts.
Dang. You really didn't think of these before?
Yeah.
What's a sign that you're out of alignment?
Rumination. Poor sleep.
What's a sign that you're deeply aligned?
An open, open heart chakra.
Can we elaborate on that?
Am I allowed to? When I'm deeply aligned and I'm in my best state, it feels like my heart is absolutely just open and I feel nothing but love for everything and everyone, and every moment is just pure bliss and joy. And just the smallest things are fun, like driving in a car and I'll see the birds and the clouds and the everything. And it's like I'm in total presence. And it's lovely. And that's the state I like to be in the most.
What does healing mean to you right now?
Surrendering the ego.
What are you currently healing?
What am I not currently healing? What am I currently healing? Trusting the unknown.
That's 4.
That's why I changed it.
Trusting.
Not ting. Trusting the unknown.
How do you release what no longer serves you?
Crying a lot.
I knew you were going to say. I thought you were just going to go
a lot.
Cry. What's a belief you've had to unlearn?
I'm just going to go with not good enough.
What lesson keeps repeating?
Can I do a small disclaimer? I feel like I've worked through this one, but I guess we'll find out. Issues with authority.
How will we find out?
Well, just see if it pops up again, you know?
Yeah.
Because they do. They keep coming back and back and back and back.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I graduated through some of that. Yeah. There's still a little bit of energy left that I'm dealing with, but I'm recognizing it. I feel like it's just like a sliver and it's like dying.
Yeah.
So.
What's your problem?
What's my problem? I think we need a longer episode for that.
Oh cool.
What's my problem? What is my problem? That's a good question. What is my problem?
Really, it roots into some sort of parental relationship or something. I don't know.
With
just
authority?
Like in general. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a trend in the kind of bosses. But it goes back, it ties into, a thing with my father. So it's an energy that has popped up and I've had to heal pieces of it. And every time I go to a new workplace or something, it changes. A lot of that energy is gone, but there's still a few pieces of it that pop up again. And then you're like, okay, I've seen this over and over. So clearly there's something else here to learn. And then I learn that lesson. And it's like there's hardly anything left at this point. But a big part of what that is for me, and it kind of goes into what you're saying, self-sacrifice. It's like I instead of doing something for me, this is kind of the core of what I've kind of figured out is like, instead of doing things for me, I'm doing stuff to please others.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get good at things or do things because I want to make someone else happy. I want to do a good job so that they're impressed by me or whatever. Instead of it being like, I'm doing this to make myself happy, to take care of myself because I want to. So that's where I'm at now. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying this was your situation, but it's crazy how one event can totally cause something like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I think you scored better.
Really? Thank you. I don't think there was scoring, but I appreciate the props.
What the?
Excuse me. Just slow-mo of me going.
So, Kimball.
Yeah.
So, Kendall, how about a season 2?
I would love to do a second season. Would you like to do a second season?
Let's do it.
Okay.
How can we do it?
We would love to do a second season. So we have set up a GoFundMe because as much as we have loved making this podcast, it's taken a lot of time and resources and a lot of time and a lot of time. And it's going to be a little bit more challenging moving forward to continue putting the love and care and attention into the podcast without some financial support. So we have set up a GoFundMe page that you can contribute to if you're interested. We would really, really appreciate it because we can't wait to share more with you. We have a list of guests already that we're really excited about. Go ahead.
Yeah, it would really help us do more and grow the podcast and reach more people, help encourage more people and help others heal.
Yeah. And we also are planning to start a Patreon before we start the second season. And on that Patreon, you would have access to discounted sessions with all of the, or with some
with
of
the participating guests.
With the participating guests. We would have like live Q&As. Some guests may do live classes. So thank you guys all again so much for listening to our podcast.
And we hope to see you again soon in season 2.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
the pan. And then you're like...